Okay, guys. Took about a minute there to kickstart off our live stream. Okay, guys. All right, we're just gonna stop the music at this point, and I'm happy to, be back on another live stream here. If you, I mean, this is a bit weird because it's been a while, but I'm glad. I'm glad to be here and, connecting with my audience again. We'll be giving some time, obviously, for people to join the stream whenever they can. But it's been a minute, it's been a minute. And I normally take about 5 minutes just to, ease into the stream and, just before we kickstart and go into the main topic. Again, I'm just gonna do some housekeeping here. This stream is open and can be watched by anyone from anywhere, any part of the world. As long as you have internet, you can join our live stream. And I've also pasted, I believe this is the place to do this. I've pasted the link as well. There's a link in the chat. There's a link in the chat that you can use to call in, and we can have a conversation. We can catch up. We can talk. We can discuss matters affecting you. If you just want my input, we can talk about it for sure. So I've put that link in the chat. Please do not feel shy to call in or to, message, whatever it is, for us to have a conversation. Again, it's an open stream, so you're going to be seen. And if you're open to that, absolutely, we can have a conversation for sure. For the last time, the link is in the chat. Okay, guys. Like I said, it's been a minute, and we're trying to continue our series on this live stream. I'm taking my time, obviously, because I know a couple people might still want to join the stream, but at some point, others may want to watch it later. That's okay. So I'm just hoping I'm not missing any important key housekeeping here. If you can't hear me, if you can't see, if there's something wrong with the audio, whatever it is, please let me know. Because sometimes I anticipated. Sometimes we plan these things and you do all the connections and everything, and then something just isn't very right at times. So, So, guys, we're going to go straight into the conversation for today. This is going to be almost like a lecture. And if you sit with me for less than an hour, you would be learning something that would absolutely change your life. This is something that I learned myself that has positioned me and that has helped me through life. Okay? So, as you can see from the topic of this, we're discussing discipline and motivation. Discipline versus motivation. Which one do you actually need? Which one guarantees you success? One is bound to fail you. As a man, as a woman, you're watching this right now. One is bound to fail you. There's one particular thing that we humans are fond of. We are fond of having extreme highs and extreme lows. We do not have systems. We do not have things that we've put in place, that we've built, that we function by, and that we never fall below that thing, right? So one day we are feeling like, Yeah, I gotta do this thing. You are having this. Maybe you've seen some. Maybe you've watched something. Maybe something has really inspired you. Now you're like, I need to get on the grind. I need to start doing this. And at some point, you fall off because you are simply just motivated. There's no discipline. Whether you're a man or woman watching the stream, and at some point you're gonna see this, I'm telling you, you need discipline. And I'll show you why. I'll show you why discipline is important through life. Okay? Again, before I go into the PowerPoints and all that, there's a link in the chat if you want to call, if you want to reach out to me. I'm here. We can have a conversation. And again, this live stream, I don't anticipate that there's going to be a lot of people joining in right away, but I anticipate that there will be a couple of people at some point who would be seeing the stream or who would watch it at some point. So, yeah. Okay. So let's see here. Just still on the housekeeping before we jump in. All right. So why are we even talking about this? Why are we talking about discipline and motivation? Why? Guys, a lot of us listen to motivational speakers. They always have something inspirational to say, something lovely to say. When I was born, I was in my mother's womb and I had nothing to my name. I was a nobody. I only wore one pair of shoes for 10 years. This is the script of motivational speakers. They have a script. And we think that motivation will get us anywhere. It's not going to get you anywhere. Motivation is very temporal. And I'll show you why. I'll show you. Motivation is a lie. Motivation is what's making you feel that you are getting somewhere, but you're not. Motivation is only a spark. You need firewood. You need a system. You need something that you've set in place, that you function by, that you don't go below that thing as a man. Just what you need. Now, I'll show you why. We're going to get into the PowerPoint here. Like I said, it's going to be some sort of a teaching, a lecture. So if you stay with me, I will show you why discipline would always trump motivation any day, anytime. Okay? One will always fail you. We already know which one that is. We're going to go into the slides here. So a brief introduction of why we're talking about this. So most men fail because they don't. Most men fail not because they don't want success, but because they rely on motivation instead of discipline. Men are relying on motivation instead of depending on discipline. True life. Motivation is unreliable. It's a feeling, and feelings change every day. Yeah, my brother. You hear ladies when they talk about how they feel? Do you hear them when they talk about how they feel? Oh, I feel this way today. Oh, I feel that way. I feel like that I feel. How are you ever going to rely on something, on a feeling? How are you ever going to rely on feelings to get you through life? Let's take some businesses as an example. McDonald's franchise is a system. It's a plug and play system. It's a plug and play system. Once you bring someone, train them, you put them into the system of McDonald's, they produce the same result as any McDonald's in any part of the world. They've built systems. As a man, as a woman, if you're watching this, you need systems. You need discipline. Feelings are fleeting, they are unreliable. It's a feeling. Motivation, it's a feeling. And feelings change every single day. Feelings are fleeting. Feelings are unstable. Success doesn't care about how you feel, though. It rewards consistency. Motivation is consistency. Actually, discipline is consistency. Motivation is unreliable. You cannot depend on sudden spark, on sudden feeling. You've gone to you're at home, you should be working out. You should be going to the gym as a man. You should be studying for that exam that you should be passing. You should be applying for more jobs to get interviews. You should start that business that's been on your mind. I need to start this business already. I need to ask questions, but you disregard all of it. And then you keep watching videos, you keep trying to learn things about that thing. And maybe suddenly you get one spark like that. You're like, oh, every Saturday now, I'm going to start studying. I'm going to set an alarm by 12 o'clock. Let that alarm go off and remind me to study from 12 till 3 for 3 hours. I'm going to set an alarm. You set an alarm on Saturday. One Saturday, that alarm goes off. You study maybe 2 hours. The next Saturday, that alarm goes off. You study maybe 1 hour. That alarm goes off again, and you begin to lose momentum with time, because what inspired you was just some inspirational video that you watched, or you saw some of your colleagues getting other jobs, being promoted, or you saw some other people passing an exam or doing better. You get a sudden spark. But you've not built a system, though. That spark is not reliable. It's going to fade away because you are temporarily motivated. You've not built discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and achievements. It shows up when motivation disappears. Discipline says, I keep doing this anyways, no matter how I feel. I continue to persevere, to go on doing what I need to do, no matter how I'm feeling. It's not reliant on how I'm feeling. Every successful man you admire, whether they're an athlete, whether they're a businessman, whether they're a leader, even some musicians that we admire, they are all driven more by discipline than motivation. They know they have to do it. They know I must do it anyways. It doesn't matter how I'm feeling. I have to go to the gym. Ronaldo says this thing, even a lot of times. Some of his teammates said he keeps training even after we've left the gym. He's still there training. No matter how I'm feeling, I go to work some days in the week and I still come back. I have an active day and I know I still have to go to the gym. And I still go. Many of you work from home. Many of you work from home, sitting down the whole day, and then when work is over, you say, oh, I'm tired, man. I can't go to the gym. I can't go. But all day, you didn't get tired of eating those chips, though. You didn't get tired of drinking soda, though. You didn't get tired of eating pizza, though. You didn't get tired of watching movies. But you're tired of doing something that can drastically improve your life. I don't want to pity you. Let me put this on the center stage for now. I just want to talk to you in a way where I need you to help yourself. I need you to help yourself realize that you must be disciplined and to hell with motivation, to hell with the temporal sparks that you get here and there. Okay? The truth is motivation can start the fire. Yes, we all need a little bit of motivation here and there. But you know what you need more? Is discipline. Because discipline keeps the fire burning. Discipline is much more important than motivation. Motivation here and there means motivation is equal to inconsistency. Okay, guys? And to be more specific on the definition of discipline here, discipline is the ability to take consistent action regardless of how you feel. It's choosing systems over routine and moods. Yeah. You have to choose a system that works for you. Discipline is equal to consistency. System, discipline is reliable. And if you, as a young man, as a young woman, if you don't take care to build a system that you can function in, it's going to be a problem for you. Yeah. It's going to be a problem for you. Temporal spark here and there. That's why you see during the end of the year or when summer is approaching, that's when you see the gym is fuller. You know? That's when everyone wants to work out because they want to get their summer body. Oh, I want that summer body so that I look nice for everyone. That's when they are hitting the gym. But when it was winter, they were home, laid back, lazy, eating a lot, not active, adding weight, and then suddenly, when summer is coming, they remember, oh, I'm out of shape. Oh, I gotta lose some weight. I gotta show my summer body. I have to wear summer clothes. How am I gonna wear summer clothes? Then they start hitting the gym. Motivation. And that's a typical example of what motivation is. You are motivated by, summer is coming and you need your summer body. That's all it is. You actually are not disciplined to function and go to the gym even when there is no incoming summer. Even when it's winter, you won't do it. Discipline, again, stable, reliable, repeatable. Doesn't care about feelings, only commitment. Commitment. You have said, I will be doing this. You have said, this is how I'm going to function. This is who I am. This is the system I've built for myself. This is the routine I have for myself. That is good, though. That is good. I'm not talking about building systems and routines that are terrible, that are not great for you. You have built systems that are good for you, and you want to function in that system. Okay? Discipline is like the sun. It's steady. It's predictable. Discipline shows up every day, no matter what. Discipline shows up no matter what's happening in your life. You go to the gym every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 p.m., even when you're tired, because that is your standard, my brother. That is your standard. And this is why you need to be disciplined. This is why you need to be disciplined. Guys, I'm gonna, take this a bit calmer, a bit, slower as well, so that if anyone wishes to call in, if anyone wishes to join the stream, they can always join anytime. They can always, call in for us to have a conversation. Again, this stream is open and you can call in anytime. We can have a conversation as well. Okay. So let's see from here. Okay. A little bit on motivation here, just a proper more definition on motivation. Motivation is the emotional drive or desire to do something. It's based on feelings, moods, and inspiration. This is what motivation is. Motivation is simply unpredictable. It's unreliable. Motivation fades. Again, it fades. It's never something you want to anchor on as a man and say, oh, this is what I'm going to function by. No, Every man must build a system that works for him, and every woman must build a system as well that works for her. Okay? So, further definition for motivation here: it comes and goes like a wave. It depends on external triggers. You've probably listened to a music, you've heard a quote, some hype speech, you're a little emotional. That's where you are getting your motivation from emotion and nothing else. Okay? It's great for starting, but terrible for sustaining. Yeah, like I said, everybody will be motivated at some point. You'll be motivated at some point to do something or to be somewhere. But that is only something that would start the process for you. That is only something that will start the process for you. It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. I want to bring the difference for you between these two in a way where you realize that some things you've been doing it because you've not built a system for yourself. Some things you've been doing are based off of just motivation, sudden feelings here and there. That's why you've not been consistent, though. There's that business you want to listen. Like, as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. As I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. There are about 2-3 people right now on the stream. And as I'm talking to you, I know other people are going to see this as well. But as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself as well. Consistency is one thing that a lot of us have failed to maintain, have failed to imbibe. The habit of consistency. I'm telling you, you've started one business, you've started one venture, and then it's not going the way you planned. And then you decide to jump off that one and jump into another one. You're jumping from one thing to the other. And when you do that, I'm just going to put this here. I know that's going to be late. When you jump from one thing to the other, hardly would you get a result. Hardly would you get a proper result when you've not maintained or learned the one thing that you should master. You cannot be impatient with your results. Okay? You've started a business and you're not seeing the results that you want just yet. But, my brother, it's barely 5 months into the business. It's barely a year into the business. And already you are tired. Already you don't want to do it. You've started your YouTube channel, just like those of us that are on the journey still. You started that. It's barely a year. Some people have been posting, doing this for 5 years. And still, they are not really getting the result that they want. Yes, you can adapt. You can continue to learn. You can continue to improve the process, refine yourself and all that. But at the end of the day, my brother, what matters is that you're consistent in what you're doing. I will tell you something a little bit controversial that a lot of you may not side with. But it is better you're consistent on the wrong path than to be inconsistent off and on the right path. This is my own quote though. And everyone can take it the way, however they see it. But this is what I believe. I believe that consistency is more important than the path you are on. Consistently doing something that may not be on the right path. You're not doing it obviously intentionally because you know, oh, this is the wrong path and I'm doing this intentionally on the wrong path. No, that's not what we're talking about here. You can be doing something consistently, but you don't realize that this is not really the path to be on, or this is not the way I should be doing this. You may not realize that. It happens. But At the point where you realize or change your course or change the dynamics, you will see how that consistency will come into play when you're on the right path. When you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you will see that consistency would shoot you far. It is better you're consistent on the wrong path, not the wrong path that you consciously know this is wrong and you're doing it. It is better for you than to be inconsistent on the right path. Okay, still going to go back to our examples here. You feel motivated to hit the gym after watching a fitness guru, obviously. But by next week, the excitement is gone. It's gone. This is what happens to the average person out there. There are times and seasons, for example, where the gym is fuller than others. There are times and seasons where everyone is pursuing a business and feeling like they need to do something or make money, because that is human nature. Motivation, again, is fireworks. It's bright, it's exciting, but it's going to burn out pretty fast. It's going to burn out pretty fast. Finally, I'm going to bring you to this page where we are, drawing a distinction between motivation and discipline. So motivation is emotional, it's a feeling. Discipline is mechanical and logical. Human beings that nearly function like a robot. These are the habits of successful men. They function mechanically. They function logically. They function like a robot. They are direct, stringent. They know exactly what they need to do, and they do it. They know exactly what is required, what must be done, and they do it. Okay? Motivation will ask a question. Do I feel like it? I don't feel like doing this thing today. I don't feel, the feeling. Discipline says it doesn't matter how I feel. I do it anyways. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I come back home and I know that, I need to eat healthy and make my food instead of just going to Uber Eats and ordering shawarma and fries. Discipline says, I know I'll have to do it. I'll do it anyways because I have to do this. That is the thought process of discipline. Motivation is a temporal fuel. It's temporal. Oh, it's very temporal. The people you see at the gym at the beginning of the year, trust me, you won't see them anymore in the middle of the year. The people you see in the gym when we are transitioning to summer, trust me, when we are fully in summer and once summer is ending, you won't see them anymore because they have a temporal fuel. Discipline is a long-term engine. It's a long-term engine. It lasts. It keeps going regardless of what happens. Motivation is external. It comes from hype. It comes from excitement. It comes from, let's do it. When I was born, I used to, I had no shoes. That. When I was born, I was born. I was a baby when I started, when I started my first business. I was only 10 years old. I used to hawk on the street. I used to do this, do that. Somebody is talking to you, trying to motivate you, trying to tell you, hey, like you have it all. You have all this good life, but you're doing nothing with it. You have a good life, but you're not doing anything with it. Somebody's trying to make you feel some way. And then you look at yourself and you're like, oh man, I got to do something different with myself. I have to do something different. And then that something different you want to do doesn't last. It never lasts. You do it a few days, a day. That's it. It never lasts. Motivation is excitement. It's inconsistent. Discipline is commitment and it's predictable. It's predictable. You have to stick with the routine that you've built for yourself. Obviously, with a little bit of room, but stick to the routine that you've built that's good. Whether you feel like doing something or not, you have to do it. As long as that thing is beneficial to you, as long as that thing builds you to the man that you are becoming, as long as that thing continues to inspire you, you have to be consistent. Motivation thrives when things are easy. Oh, motivation is easy. Yeah, it's when it's easy that motivate you. Is people are waiting for when they get, when they buy that product for them to start. Oh, I need to feel inspired. So my phone camera is not enough to start recording myself. Well, you probably have an iPhone 14 Pro Max, 15, 16, whatever it is. You probably have a good phone or Samsung, whatever, that can record you while you talk. But people say, oh no, I need to get a camera, and a digital camera, and then you buy a digital camera and then you get excited. You get excited. It's momentary. You get excited and then you start filming yourself. Trust me, that is just motivation. The system you've built, the discipline that you have within you is what will keep you going. You've only just bought something that inspired you for a moment. But discipline is what will keep you going. Discipline shines when things get hard, when things become difficult. That is when discipline would shine. Okay, discipline says, "Hey, like I feel like I've done enough justice to this topic in the past 30 minutes." Discipline says, "I gotta keep going no matter what happens." Motivation fades when the results are slow. It's just like, oh, I'm not seeing the result that I want right now. I don't feel like this. I don't feel like this. I don't feel like I should keep doing this. And then it just fades. But discipline pushes through until results show. Discipline will keep pushing until the results come. Guys, I'm going to go the last slide here. Just keep in mind that at the end of the day, motivation is a feeling and feelings fade. Discipline is a decision, and decisions shape destiny. The men who win in life are not the ones who wait until they feel like it. We don't wait till we feel like something to do it. No, we just do it because we know we should be doing this. They are the ones who build standards, routines, and systems that make success inevitable. Stop chasing motivation. Build discipline. Because when motivation fails, and it will fail you, discipline will carry you through the finish line. Discipline is what will carry you through the finish line. Guys, we're nearly at the end of the stream. I said, we'll take about less than an hour to complete the stream, and we were able to, just go ahead at about 45 minutes. So if you ever came across the stream, trust me, I appreciate you stopping by. And again, I have been away from YouTube for a while, especially live stream. What I do, I believe in, and I'm passionate about it. And I know that, it's grace that's gonna sustain me and keep me even through a venture like YouTube, because YouTube is, it's all about identifying what message you have and also being able to pass that message accordingly. So if you've joined the stream, I appreciate you stopping by. There's gonna be a lot of challenges with, your life. As a young man, as a young woman, you're gonna face a lot of things that will come your way that you don't anticipate or that you don't even want. But what matters is your ability to keep going, even in the midst of those challenges. So I will still leave this stream a little bit open for anyone who may want, you know, to join or call or, you know, or reach out or whatever it is. We are just gradually coming to the end of the stream. And, you know, if you are coming across my channel for the first time, my name is Ikena Owen. I talk about men's self-improvement and development with finances, with dating, with fitness, just your overall health. You know, this is important. Every young man needs to realize that, you know, the world is a very challenging, you know, difficult place. And you have to always be, you know, in the knowledge of what you're doing. You have to be intentional with the actions that you take. I'm very particular about men's fitness, even though I haven't and I don't post gym videos, but I'm very particular seeing men who are not, you know, working out, who are not in shape. I think it's one of the things that it speaks volume about the kind of person that you are. And I'm not trying to, you know, talk down on anyone here, but trust me, every man must go to the gym. There's no excuse. You can't tell me, you can't stay here and tell me, oh, you know, I'm not the type who goes to the gym. Oh, I don't like people. Oh, you know, I don't have money to pay for subscriptions. These are all bull crap. These are all lies. You know, look at me, bro. You know, you're lying to me. You know, you're lying to yourself, more importantly. And the deceit that you give to yourself is worse than deceiving anyone else. Deceiving yourself is one of the worst things that you can do as a man. I'm telling you, lying to yourself what you know you should be doing, but you lie about it. I believe every man must be fit. We are facing a very challenging, pivotal time in the history of humanity. Do you know that testosterone levels are dropping? Do you know? I don't think you do, though. I don't think you understand that the Y chromosome, which I believe is for men, I don't think you understand or believe that that is actually fading away. If you did, you will know that you need to do what is right at this point to be healthy, to be fit, you know, and you know, to essentially succeed. There's another level to this thing. There's another dimension that you unlock when you actually are a fit man. There's another dimension that you unlock. But that's going to be another topic that we can discuss in another day at another stream. But again, if you just joined or you passed by, there's a link in the chat for you to, you know, connect on the stream. And at least for the final 5 minutes, I'm just going to leave that a little bit more open. Some people say don't advertise the kind of water you drink, but who cares? Oh, maybe you don't see it, but you probably know from the bottle. If there's any question, anyone who wants to, you know, reach out, there's a link in the chat again. We can always connect, have a conversation, but we're on the little softer side for now. So the next live stream that we would have a guest who will be speaking to us. We're yet to determine the topic, but you know, obviously it's going to be something a little, you know, spicy as well for us to, you know, be impacted in some ways. If you just join the stream or you see the end of this stream, again, on this we discussed motivation versus discipline. Discipline is what you need as a man, as a woman, to sustain you through life. Discipline will be consistent. Discipline will be predictable. Discipline will be stable. Discipline is reliable. And you keep going, you keep doing what you need to do no matter what. Okay? So, guys, we've come to the end of our stream, and I hope I'll see more of you around. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead, like, subscribe, join what we do. Again, we discuss self-improvement, soft skills to help you to be a better man, to be a better woman. Absolutely important through life. Most people are not emotionally aware. Most people are not aware of their environment, how to take advantage of the resources around them, how to refine themselves, their thinking, their behavior, their emotion, their courage, their demeanor, their swag, their personality. Most people don't know how to improve these things about themselves. And they are not aware that their behavior is actually off. They are not aware that they need to do better. They need to do better. As a man, as a woman, that they need to do better. They are not aware. So this is what we teach on this channel. Just that awareness for you. Okay? So again, you can like, subscribe, be a part of what we're building. And guys, I'm going to see more of you around. The last 1 minute, we'll probably just listen to a soft music and, we'll shut down the stream. Thank you for joining, and I hope to see more of you around. Okay, guys? I actually came back a bit after that pause because I got a message here. I saw a message from someone called Aegon. Aegon, I'm not sure if you're still there, but you're asking, where am I from? I'm sure you could possibly take a guess, but I don't think I'm not sure if you get the guess though. But if you're still on the stream, I just saw your message, and I don't know when you sent this, but if you're still on the stream, you can let me know if you are. Aegon. So I am from Nigeria. I am Nigerian, but I am based in Canada. I've been in Canada for a couple years now. So I've been in Canada for about 10 years. If you're still on the stream, just let me know. But yeah, I'm Nigerian and I'm streaming from Canada. Canadian citizen for a pretty long time now. So yes. I'm not sure when that message was sent. If it's been a while, but yeah. Hope I was able to answer your question there. Okay. If anyone has any other questions or you wanna chip in on something, trust me, it's an open platform, it's an open stream. We can talk, we can chat anytime. You can send me a message just like Aegon here did. Hopefully I was able to get to your message in time. Okay, let's see here. This is normally the structure of my stream. This is the structure. I do a little bit of introduction, you know, and then we get into the main topic, and then from there we just keep it a little bit soft towards the end. So I think we can officially end the stream from here. Guys, it's been a pleasure. I hope to see more of you around. Take it easy. Please subscribe. Please continue to, identify with our channel. And we pray to God that things continue to go on from here. Thank you. Have a good one.